group coaching today as I get everyone in here. All right, it's kind of taking a while today, Zoom is. Okay. Alrighty, if you want coaching, go ahead and raise your hand. There's a react button at the bottom with a little bit of it's a heart, and then you can click raise hand, and then I know you want to be coached. Nothing specific on the docket today as far as topics and things like that. We just want this to be open coaching. So you come, bring whatever you want coached on, question, concern, thing that feels difficult for you recently that you want to improve on. This would be the time to get coaching. A couple of things while I am on the mic is we are in the holiday season. So that also means I'll be adding we'll probably be doing a holiday workshop here in the next 2 weeks, which I'll get on the schedule. It'll be one of our Wednesday sessions. And then just an FYI, I will be out of the office from the 26th to the 30th for Thanksgiving, and I will make sure to put that in your weekly email. And then what was it? Okay. Zoom is just zooming and doing its own thing today. I don't know what happened. All right. Who wants some coaching today? Go ahead and raise your hand and we will do some coaching. Oh, let me see who is here today. All right. And if you're here to watch, just put watch in the chat so I know. Because if we're all three here to watch and we don't have anybody to coach, we're just going to be staring at each other on Zoom. And that's not a useful way to use our time. So if that's the case, then we will end the call for today and there won't be any coaching. Otherwise, go ahead and raise your hand. There's a fly in here that is driving me crazy today. Okay. Kaya, why aren't you sure? If you're not sure, that actually means you probably need some coaching.
No, I'm not sure in that I filled out my weekly form and this is my first time with the full group. And so I'm curious what other people bring as a coaching before.
Oh, sure. Yeah, for sure. So let's see here. We have some more people joining us. Either Jenny or Jen. We are just opening it up for coaching. So if you have something you want to be coached on, go ahead and raise your hand. I don't have a topic specifically for today. It's just open coaching. So whatever you need, you want to bring it to me so we can talk it through. Question you have, if you want support in any area. So think about what's the thing I'm struggling with right now that I wish I had a little bit more insight on or anything like that, and we will coach on it. And if nobody has any actual coaching needs today, that actually means everything's going really well and you don't really need me this today on a Wednesday. So go ahead and raise your hand. I can't find the hand raised, but I have a couple questions about your protocol guidelines. Okay, go ahead. Let me tell you to unmute here. And you can start your video.
Fantastic. So I had just a few questions as I was doing my flush protocol. When I love the icons for the different food categories.
Oh,
It
good.
makes it so helpful to like, okay, these are the ones I can swap.
Yeah.
So my question was, when I'm doing those swaps, for example, I looked at like the one snack has a half a cup of oats. And since that was in the carbs, I could swap that for a rice. And so I was like, oh, like rice cakes. When I'm calculating those swaps, because it was a carb, I looked at total carbs in the oats and then matched that to come up with my serving of rice cakes.
Yeah.
Is that how we should be kind of calculating those swaps?
Yeah, I mean that's fine. The rice cake to oats it's just a little bit harder because I feel like it kind of depends which rice cake you have too. Like some of them have a decent amount of carbs and some of them it's just like fluff and air. And you have to have a lot of them to kind of get the same amount of carbs you would get in oats. But
Right.
if it's about the same, that's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. And you don't like have to measure it either. So like half a cup of oats to a half a cup of rice cakes isn't going to translate very well. So just use
Right.
kind of common sense there as what you would do that with. So what did you end up doing it yet?
I did. So that one, it was like one serving of the little mini rice cakes was the same carbs as the half a cup of oats. So
Oh, okay.
it felt
Perfect.
like a pretty, yeah. The other one was, um, again, just kind of like guidance on how should I be calculating those swaps. So another one that I did was instead of doing cucumber in my smoothie, I just
Hmm.
did more spinach.
Hmm.
Um, because cucumber is not my favorite
Hmm.
flavor in things. And so I was like, well, the grams of cucumber to the grams of spinach, like
Oh yeah,
there's no way
that's not
they're
gonna
gonna
translate.
like equate.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wasn't sure like what measurement I should be trying to match up if I'm making swaps.
So I would honestly with that one, I would just leave the cucumber out and just
Okay.
use spinach in that case.
Okay.
Um, Otherwise, if you wanted to do an actual swap, you would think like try to think about like what is something that would be similar to a cucumber. So like a zucchini, you could put a zucchini in there. It shouldn't
Okay.
taste like anything. A raw
Right.
zucchini should be plain. So like you could do something like that. Otherwise, I would just like omit it and just move on.
Okay. And then I think my other one was, so one of my favorite snacks is popcorn.
Hmm.
I didn't see popcorn on like the carbs list, so I was
Hmm.
assuming that was a no-go. Am I accurate in that?
No, you can have popcorn. It isn't on I mean, is corn on there? Corn is
Corn
on there.
is on there, so I
Yeah.
wondered, I was like, does that count?
Yeah. So corn is basically popcorn. It's
Okay.
just in a different like seed form. And as long as you feel good with popcorn, like, and I would make sure that it's not popcorn in like a bag. It's like air popped or
Right.
it's created
Yes.
your own at home, just because
Yep.
otherwise it has a lot of chemicals and stuff in it. And as long as you feel good with corn, then that's fine.
Okay. And then my last one was almond milk.
Hmm.
I was like, oh, this seems like it'd be okay. And then I followed your instructions from like, check the ingredients. Are these all things that you have at home? Can you pronounce all
Yeah.
these? And I was
Hmm.
like, well, this is a little on the fence for being
Yeah.
like an actual okay food. So I
Mhm.
opted not to, but I wanted to check on it.
Yeah, so I would prefer you didn't use like the traditional almond milks that are going to be in the grocery stores because they have those thickener agents in them.
Right?
You can use there are almond milks or cashew milks or whatever that don't have that. Um, and those are fine to use. So like I
Okay.
think it's like is it Milk, MALK? Like they have one I think that doesn't have anything added. There's another brand too. So if you look around in the like nut milk section, you can find some that it's just water and nuts. But then
Okay.
also, I'll say it takes away from the benefit of having a milk or your own almonds in there and
Right.
blend it all up, and it's kind of the same thing. So,
Okay. Yeah, I was like, okay, with the oats, I was like, okay, how can I create like an oatmeal option?
mhm.
And so that was where I was like playing around with, okay, could I use an almond milk? But um, I think that, oh, and then I assumed to stop taking other, like, I take like a magnesium blend.
Mhm.
Um, I assumed stop taking other supplements while
Yeah,
I'm
for the
doing like,
for the most part, although I
Okay.
will say magnesium can sometimes help with, you might have like some restless legs or kind of feel kind of antsy at night before bed on the flush. So then that's fine to add magnesium in if it helps you kind of calm down and fall asleep.
Okay. I think that was all my questions that I had written down over these first couple days, but um, not easy to do the flush, but I'm feeling pretty good. And
Oh, good.
surprisingly, my like caffeine withdrawal headaches,
Hmm.
I've been very, very lucky so far. So
Oh, good.
yeah, that was the thing I was probably the most concerned about was I'm
Yeah.
gonna die when I take caffeine out. So yeah, feeling
And
good so far.
you'll notice now when you bring it back in that you're like, oh wow, this is a lot of
Like,
caffeine.
whoa,
Yeah.
I almost feel like drinking more water gives me the same. Yeah, I feel like
Hmm.
the high quantity of water is giving me the same dose of
Of
energy that the
energy.
caffeine. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
So,
And you'll need less, you'll notice that you need or want less caffeine afterwards. It's a slippery slope though, right? I mean, we all got there at one point where we were loving all the caffeine. And so it can easily happen again. One thing that
right.
I shifted after one of my flushes was that I moved to Purity Coffee. I think it's somewhere in online.
I did. I think I ordered it maybe when the 21-day hormone reset,
Oh, okay. Good.
perhaps. Yeah. And I have really been enjoying that. So I'm on a subscription for them now. So yeah,
Okay.
that's my new go-to. So
Oh, good. Good. Yeah,
yeah.
I love their coffee. I need to get a discount code or something. I think they like denied me
Yeah.
or something. I think I tried and they didn't give me one. But
No,
yeah.
well, yeah.
Okay. Good deal.
That's kind of my update. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Good questions. And then Kaya said new milk is one that doesn't have additives in it.
Okay.
So you can try that. All right, good. Anybody else want coaching today? Also for anybody in Sioux Falls, I think I have a couple of you in the Sioux Falls area and here today. I am doing breath work tonight at Selah Space. Yeah, Shanna, you sure can. Selah Space is in Sioux Falls. It'll be an in-person session, and I have some spots open. And if anybody wants to come, I'm happy to register you for without a cost, and you can come for free. So Selah Space is on like 30, what is it? 33rd or 35th in Minnesota by that Hy-Vee. It's at 6:30 from 6:30 to 7:45 in person breath work, like what we have been doing online, but it'll be in person. In person is just a lot more, you get more out of in person because you get to also be in the energy of others. And it can be really freeing to be in a breathwork session with other people too. So if you want to come, send me a message. Okay, Shanna. Yes, Kaya, I'll do them again. I'll probably schedule the next one with the holidays. It's kind of hard to get them to line up to be consistent, so I'll probably just do another one early December. So I'll get that on the calendar here and let you guys know.
I was going to ask about that when the next
Yeah.
one is complete because I really want to try if I could get a babysitter to come, even if my husband's not in town, just because
Oh, sure.
I really want to do it in person. I think that would be
Yeah.
really good for me.
Mhm.
I just hopped on like when the first 5 minutes that you started, I was nursing Wyatt and
Mhm.
I missed what Jen was talking about. So am I not supposed to be using almond milk from the grocery store?
No, you're fine. She's doing a flush. So
What's a flush?
So a flush is a 2-week protocol she did some gut testing. So
okay.
if somebody is going to go through a gut protocol, I usually have them do a flush first to prepare their body for a gut protocol. You can do a flush at any point if you want to. It's in the Mindfully Well program
Okay. If I can look
under,
at it and then I can look at that. I was just so confused. I was like, wait a minute.
yeah.
Have I
No,
been
yeah, sorry.
That's
It's under module 2.
okay.
It is completely optional. It's a basically, and I don't like using the word detox, but it's pretty much like a detox. So, it's a whole food based anti-inflammatory foods. And then there's 3 supplements that you use with it that help open up your liver pathways to get rid of inflammation and to get rid of toxins. And then it helps with some gut stuff as well. So if you have gut issues, bloating, constipation, gas, diarrhea, anything like that, it kind of helps reset your gut as well. You don't want to do it though, like if you have things coming up, if somebody's having a lot of like dieting trauma issues, really deep in the diet conditioning also, we don't want to do it yet because um it's very structured and rule based, which is kind of the opposite of what I really want you to do. But it sets somebody up really nicely to go for their body to go through the next phases of a gut protocol and sometimes a hormone protocol too.
Okay, cool. I just didn't know about that. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll have to look at it and mindfully
Yeah.
follow. But yeah, and
And
then
sometimes like people just like once they do it, they do like to do them. And so for anybody else listening to the replay and they did a flush at one point and they liked how they felt, you can really do them quarterly as well if you like to have kind of a reset with your body. And also it kind of helps with like dopamine, like cravings, sugar cravings, all of that too. So it might be something that we also maybe we'll do as a group or something after the holidays are done. So
cool.
yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Okay, good. Anybody else? One thing I'll touch on since we just had, I didn't touch on daylight savings time at all in the group yet. So daylight savings is always something that throws us for a loop, even though like we've set our clocks back and we gained an hour. It will still mess with your circadian rhythm, even when it like doesn't make sense. And you're like, why am I waking up at this time? Or why am I tired at this time when you would compare it to last week? And it just doesn't make sense. It won't make sense always on our energy ebbs and flows when we're tired, if we're waking up at night, those kinds of things, when we're trying to get back into the rhythm of the sun and our clocks and our eating schedules. Why does it keep doing that? So where was I? Circadian rhythm. So anyway, if you're noticing that you're waking up at night, just know that this is probably your body trying to reset with the sun and the moon. It's also a full moon right now too. So that kind of keeps us from falling into more of a deeper sleep because of the illumination of the moon. And it's actually, I think, the brightest moon of the year right now. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm like, oh my God, what the I woke up and I didn't have my blinds closed. And I was like, there's a spotlight on my face. Like, who is in my yard parked in a car? But it was the moon. It was so bright. So if you need some help, sometimes a light therapy lamp can be helpful. I just get that one on Amazon, 10,000 LUX is all you need. Do some light therapy in the morning. So have that lamp on your face 10 to 20 minutes. You can do it while you get ready. You can do it while you work out. You can do it while you walk. You can do it while you journal. And then at night, no screens an hour before you should be sleeping. Go ahead, Kaya. Yeah.
Am I there?
Yep.
All right, sorry about that. Okay, so this is a different topic, but this morning I am trying very hard to track what I'm eating.
Okay. Mhm.
So I had a quarter of a banana before I worked out, a cup of almond milk protein, almond milk, coffee, a piece of gluten-free bread, a tablespoon of peanut butter, and a fried egg.
Okay.
343 calories. The protein was only 15%. To get to 30%, I'd have to eat like 5 more eggs, which there's no way I could physically do that.
How many eggs did you have?
1.
Okay.
And I was full, but then I know I was short on protein because all of a sudden I start my day and I'm just sitting down now. I never even thought about a morning snack. So obviously now I'm super hungry and I've already put in 10,000 steps this morning at work.
Oh gosh, yeah.
So then it's not enough. And I know I need to work on the morning snack, but I haven't even gotten breakfast right.
Okay. So can you list out, I didn't get all the
Yep.
breakfast listed.
A quarter of banana, a cup of protein almond milk, a cup of coffee, a piece of gluten-free bread, a tablespoon of peanut butter, and a fried egg.
Okay.
So what can I add that's super high in protein
I would
Obviously,
do-
carbs were 33%, fat was 52%, and protein was 15%.
I would do just egg whites because this is going to be just protein.
That's going to be a lot of egg whites, isn't it?
No, it's not actually.
I will try.
Do you have your own eggs or do you
No,
just-
that's one thing I don't do. I do feel like I do everything else.
Yeah. So you could just buy a carton of egg whites and it won't take very much for you to get to like and this was your pre-workout or post-workout or just
The
breakfast?
banana was pre, and then everything was post. And
Okay.
the trouble is I'm still waking up at 3:30 in the morning because of the time change. Normally I get up at 4:30.
Okay.
So then
Yeah.
all this was consumed by 6.
Okay.
And yeah, now I've been 6.5 hours and didn't even think about eating. And then I get myself in
Yeah.
trouble.
Yeah. So I would try to add in either another egg or another couple whole eggs. You're just going to get your fat content up with you when you have a whole egg. But as long as you have like 1 or 2 whole eggs mixed with egg whites, then that's fine. But if you buy just a container of egg whites, then it would be like something like 1/4 of a cup. It really
Yeah.
isn't too much. And if you don't eat dairy, right?
Sadly, no.
I was going to
Not
mention cottage cheese because it's really easy to get protein in and mix it with your eggs. So unfortunately, no. But yeah, I would add some egg whites in and see
Okay.
how that goes.
I will try. Thank
Okay.
you.
And even if you can't get all the way up to, were you trying to get to 30 grams?
Yeah.
Okay. Even if you can't get all the way up to 30 and you're like, I'm not hungry enough for all this, that's fine. Taper it down and then slowly try to taper up.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Yes. Good question. All right. Anybody else? We're slow to the mic today.
Okay, I have one more question.
Go ahead.
I was just looking, I haven't looked since I had my one-on-one with you on Monday.
Yeah.
Well, my lifestyle protocol, you said what it was, but I don't see it. Where is it at in the like estimated macro tracking? It says 25 to 30 grams protein at each meal with blood sugar
Mhm.
stability and hunger cues.
Mhm.
Anchor each meal with protein, fat, and fiber with your starchy carb. Snacks okay to have just 2 to 3 anchors with your carb.
So what's your question?
So, okay to have 2/3. What does that mean? Okay to have just 2/3 anchors with your carb.
2 to 3 anchors. So you might have a snack that doesn't have fiber, fat, protein, and carbs because it feels like too much food at a snack. So then just
Okay.
balance your carbohydrate with maybe fat and protein or protein and fiber.
Okay,
It just gives you a little more leeway with your snacks.
gotcha. So each meal with protein, fat, fiber with your starchy carbs. So starchy carbs are like
The ones that will raise your blood sugar. So,
right. It's like not my vegetables.
right. Mhm.
Okay. I'm just trying to look at it. So then we talked about it, but I have
Mhm.
a breakfast, lunch, supper, and I want to have protein and fat with each. Okay, I just need to like write it down so I can like visualize it.
Mhm.
Okay. Because I remember you said try to have 1 to 2 carbs with each meal.
Yeah. Since you're breastfeeding, you might want more carbs
Okay.
to get up to that 2,000 plus calories.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm looking more at calories than like the macros then.
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
It's kind of all of it, but you're loosely tracking, right? You're not going to track on my
I'm
fitness
not going to
anymore.
put it in my fitness pal, but
Yeah.
so I'm wanting, so I'm having like 5 meals a day probably,
Mm-hmm.
including snacks. And then I want to
Mhm.
do 1 to 2 carbs with each meal, a serving
Mhm.
of protein with each, and fiber with each, but maybe not the
Mhm.
snacks.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Without the
Yeah.
egg.
There might be some that you don't have fiber, but you would have protein with it or fat with it, just so
Okay.
you like just aren't
Yeah.
eating a naked banana.
Yeah. Okay. Makes
Yep.
sense. Okay. Thanks. Sorry, I was just looking at that now. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Yep. Good question. All right. Anybody else? All righty. Well, we will call it good. No questions. What do I see here? Oh, yes. We will send you all the good vibes, Jen, for your embryo transfer. So exciting. Good deal. Stick, baby, stick. Alrighty, my friends. Yeah, you've got this. It's okay. You actually don't have to do anything, Jen. You just get to be there and be a uterus. Right? You just get to be there and have the home for the baby. You already got everything you need. So, all right, my friends, good call today. If you need anything, shoot me a message, and then I will see you next week for another call. Bye-bye.